want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
For our opening AA quarterfinal game, pitting the Alcoa Tornadoes from Region 2 against the Memphis Mitchell Tigers from Region 8. Alcoa is coached by Troy Jones, former assistant at the University of Tennessee. He is in his first year, and he is assisted by Joel Kirk and Trey Sewell, while Mitchell, as we mentioned earlier, coached by Faraji Phillips in his first year. He came over from Ridgeway Middle School to take over the Melrose program and has really turned it around. His assistants are Eric Curry, Yusum Jackson, Andre Turner, and Eric Turner, and those names are familiar to me.
They are very familiar names. I tell you what, Faraji had good training. Wesley Henning, the Ridgeway coach, you know, old Jackson, Madison County, but he's had Ridgeway here at state tournament a bunch of times, and I'm going to tell you what, there's some players, Dick, we want to watch very quickly. Aquarius Stevenson, Jeremiah Martin, Gavin Robinson for Mitchell, and also Gabe Gandy, or Gabe Dando, and Matt Schoen, and then Kenny Dean shoots 60% for Alcoa. Those three guys are tough.
Okay, the game is going to start with a technical foul. We'll tell you about that when we come back. And right now we're going to take for our local stations 2 minutes as you listen to the Blue Cross Championships on the TSSAA Network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee public television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact. Because you can see forever from Signal Mountain. And with the right vision plan, you can see a whole lot more. Because 5 kids in Jackson means 40 bicuspids at the dentist. Because of a mobile site that helps you find a doctor. Because of small towns, big businesses, and partnering together for affordable solutions in health and wellness. Every policy tells a story. You carry us because we carry you. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Health, wellness, dental, vision.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
Set for the introduction of the lineups. They will introduce all of the reserves first for both teams, and then they will have the introduction of the starters. Alcoa finished the season 30-5, and they were ranked number 5 in the state in the Associated Press final ratings. Mitchell was not in the top 10, but they finished with a flourish and a record of 21-9 coming in. They lost in the district championship to Sheffield and won 4 straight, including the regional championship and the sectional over Jackson Southside, to earn their trip here to the state basketball tournament. Alcoa reserves are being introduced now. As far as Alcoa is concerned, the Tornadoes, with a great season, played 35 games and won 30 of them, lost 5, and 3 of those losses were in a tournament at Richmond, Indiana, the Bob Wettig tournament. They lost 3 games to Indiana schools up there, lost a couple to Stone Memorial, and those are the only blemishes on their record. So it's Alcoa and Mitchell. Mitchell will be in the white uniforms, Alcoa in the maroon, and we'll be set for the introduction of the starting lineups coming up very shortly.
And Dick, one thing, and you mentioned Andre Turner a while ago, I forgot to talk about the old University of Memphis grad, and what a player, and he's a pretty good little fundamental coach too.
All right.
The starting lineup for today's game for Alcoa, the point guard, number 3.
This is number 3 coming out. Hunter Ramsey. He's a 5'10 senior, point guard. At point guard for Mitchell is Mario McNeil, a 5'7 junior. Where's number 1? At guard for Alcoa, Trey Tate, a 5'9 senior. And for Mitchell, this is number 14, Basha Bond, a 6-foot senior. Kenny Dean wears number 10. He is a 6'3 junior for the Tornadoes. Gavin Robinson, a 6'4 post player, a junior, number 15 for Mitchell. Here's Gabe Dando. He's a 6'2 senior. And number 20, Aquarius Stevenson, a 6'2 senior for Mitchell. Matt Schoen, number 50, the post player for Alcoa, at 6'6", and coming out number 23 for Mitchell, Jalen Blackwell, a 6'3 senior. Coaches, Troy Jones, Alcoa, Faraji Phillips, Mitchell.
And Coach, as an old coach, I've got to brag. One of my former players is right across from us. Kenny Beard is going to get, I believe this is his first state tournament assignment, and he earned it too. He had a great year in the West Tennessee Basketball Association.
All right, very good. Now, as I mentioned before the last break, the game will start with a technical foul. The Mitchell team committed a violation coming on the floor, which a rule that I was not aware of. They split the floor. In other words, they did not all come out on the same side. And that's a rule.
Yeah.
And they'll be penalized with a technical foul to start the game. And shooting will be number 33, Gabe Dando for Alcoa. And then Mitchell will get the ball out of bounds after the free throw.
And Dick, if I understood or still understand the rule right, even if there's nobody on the floor, you cannot encircle where the other team would be, or if they are on the floor.
You are correct. All right, here's Dando to shoot the free throw to get the game underway. Actually, it'll be a 2-shot foul. We used to always start with technical fouls when we played Tennessee Tech, Joe, but that was because they threw toilet paper on the floor and covered the floor with an avalanche of tissue paper.
Yeah, oh, yes, I've been there for a couple of the avalanches.
All right, now we're set to go, and I got it wrong. They told me Mitchell would get the ball, but Alcoa gets the ball.
Yeah.
After the
offended team gets the ball.
Ball into Schoen. And works it outside to the point guard. That's Ramsey. Right side to Tate. Alcoa with a 1-0 advantage on the technical foul. Here's Ramsey working right side to Tate. Tate comes back out front to Kenny Dean. Back to Dando. Over to Ramsey, back to Dando. He'll shoot a 3 out of the corner and connect.
3 points, Gabe.
That came against some good man-to-man defense.
Alcoa 4-0 as Mitchell works in front court. This is McNeil working on the right side, and now they get it under the basket, and the shot is up and good by Gavin Robinson.
Well, they attacked the press well, and that looked like a Bruce Pearl 1-2-1-1 press.
Here's Alcoa. in backcourt, and we've got a foul on McNeil for Mitchell.
And he had that hand on there, gaining advantage. Some people call it tagging.
Here's the ball into Ramsey. Ramsey working against McNeil. Players are taught to tag the man they're guarding as they come through so they can watch the ball and keep up with their player at the same time. But sometimes the tags are a little bit too hard.
Yeah, put that hand on and start guiding them a little bit.
Ball coming out front to Kenny Dean. Inside, Dando with a layup, and he is fouled.
And that time, Dick, you had eye-to-eye contact, and you knew a backdoor was fixing to happen.
And the foul. Blackwell commits the foul, and at the line, Gabe Dando, and he has all 6 points right now for the Tornadoes. He'll have one free throw. 6'2" senior. And the foul shot good. 7 points for Dando, and a 7-2 lead, shouldn't it be? Because Mitchell got a layup down here. It should be 7-2.
Now it's 7. They just changed it.
Okay.
I was like you. I was waiting. And long pass that time. That's the one way when you put all 5 defenders in the half court like that, you can beat it with a long pass.
For the Tigers, Nathan Cole, who just checked into the game as a sub, works the ball in the corner to McNeil. He'll bring it back out front. Alcoa leading 7-2. We're early. First game of the Blue Cross Boys Championships. They run off McNeil to the weak side. He missed the shot. It's tipped up, no good. And another offensive board and put back, no good. Again, tipped, no good. And recovered out front by Cole. He'll put the jumper up, no good. And again, an offensive rebound for Mitchell. They are really on the boards. And finally, Alcoa picks up a loose ball.
They are quick jumpers and didn't get blocked out.
Here's Tate over in the corner. That, again, is Dando, missing this time. Rebound taken by Mitchell. Coming down the floor, this is Aquarius Stevens. And he hits the jump shot.
And he is a great jump shooter. He's a senior, and he is their shooting guard.
7-4. Alcoa in the lead. Ramsey for the Tornadoes. They work a little weave out front. Ramsey now top of the key around a high screen. Gets it back out to Dando. He'll drive, pull up, and banked it, no good. Rebound taken off by Blackwell. Over to McNeil, point guard, into the front court, and fouled as he tried to penetrate into the lane.
A little too aggressive. That ball looks so big, like a beach ball out there. You want to reach out and grab it, and sometimes you get first.
Trey Tate picks up the foul, his first, and the first team foul. Tate's coming out, and coming in number 1 is Peyton Wall, a 6'2 sophomore for the Alcoa Tornadoes.
And let's see, we're going to have a little conference among the officials now.
Nathan Cole will inbound for the Tigers. Tigers with the Tigers on the front of their shirts and the single letter M on the back along with their numeral. Okay, so take the foul off Blackwell and give it to Vaughn, number 14 for Mitchell. Ball coming in play to Vaughn. Vaughn starts to penetrate, turns in the lane, shot blocked as the big post player Schoen got a hand on it. Down it goes to Dando, and the ball out of bounds will go to the Tigers.
A little too much overspin. That was a great bounce pass. Other than that, about a 40-foot bounce pass.
Full court pressure defense for Alcoa. They've shown that a lot early. The ball coming into McNeil. They just threw over the defense. McNeil, and we've got an offensive foul on 14 Vaughn, and that'll be his second.
That will be his second, and great positioning that time by Matt Schoen. To be honest with you, the Mitchell player never saw him.
It will be Alcoa ball in backcourt. 7-4. Alcoa leading. Coming in for Mitchell, Gavin Robinson, a starter's back in there. Ball coming into Ramsey. Ramsey guarded by McNeil in backcourt. Across the line, lost the ball, and it's picked up by Mitchell. Driving layup is good. Jalen Blackwell picked up the loose ball, drove it all the way to score, and cut the Alcoa lead to 1. And Mitchell doing some pressuring in the backcourt themselves, more of a man-to-man press. Ramsey coming in, double team, gets the ball in the corner, and driving through. The shot is missed there by Dean, and a rebound to the Tigers. McNeil in front court. 7-6. Alcoa leading. Mitchell with a chance to take the lead. McNeil drives through, shot blocked by Dando and out of bounds. It'll go to the Tigers under their basket.
Tigers are very quick, and that's the reason they're man pressing. A while ago, Alcoa uses Sean to set a screen to get them free.
Here's Cole. Loops it all the way out front and recovered out there by Aquarius Stevens. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. And trying to go back up with it, Gavin Robinson is fouled. And he's going to go to the free throw line.
Dick, that time again, actually Mitchell player had inside on the backside over there and got it and went up with it.
Hunter Ramsey with the foul, his first, and Robinson to the line. Number 1 good, and we've got a tie ball game.
Now, Dick, that's our first tie of the contest because Alcoa opened up with that 1-point lead when they had 2 free throws.
Colby Tate, a 6'2 senior, number 52 in for Alcoa. Second shot good by Robinson. That'll put the Tigers ahead by 1 at 8-7. Here's Ramsey in front court for Alcoa. Penetrates the lane, shot a little runner. Missed, and the rebound taken off by Mitchell's Aquarius Stevens. Over to McNeil. McNeil gives it on the pass to Robinson. Inside turnaround jump shot, no good by Blackwell, and the rebound taken by Dando. Dando feeds ahead. Kenny Dean in the corner. That's Wall. And back out front to Ramsey. Mitchell leading 8-7. Mitchell has scored 6 straight points to take the lead. There's a jumper for 3, no good. And the rebound taken off by Mitchell. McNeil in front court. McNeil guarded by Ramsey. Working outside. Ball goes to Stevens. To Blackwell. McNeil cutting through, and the shot missed by Stevens. Taken off by Alcoa. Ramsey almost lost it, recovered it. And gives it to Tate, who returns it to Ramsey, and he'll bring it across. 8-7 Mitchell. Ball out front to Kenny Dean. Dean to Ramsey. Ramsey and McNeil out, and the pass in the corner. It's going to be out of bounds. I think Mitchell, the Mitchell player, Cole, was out of bounds when he caught it.
Well, he had that passing lane cut off and then tried to go after the deflection.
It'll be inbounded by Dean. Puts it in play out front. It comes out to Peyton Wall, and now back to Trey Tate. Tate off to Dando, back to Dean. They work that weave out front. Pull-up jump shot by Tate, no good off the rim, and Mitchell controls the boards. Rebound Blackwell, long pass. Driving for a layup is Nathan Cole, and he'll give Mitchell a 3-point lead at 10-7.
And Cole snuck out and nobody rotated back, and I'm sure they'll talk about defensive transition on the Alcoa bench.
Alcoa with the basketball, again weaving out front, little 3-man weave with the other 2 players slipping off to the corners. Kenny Dean stops, gives to Dando for a 3 that is no good. And a rebound, I think it went off Mitchell. It went off Blackwell out of bounds. 1:43 to play. Kylan Phillips, a 5'6" freshman in the game. Little guy for Mitchell is in there.
Looks a little bit like Andre Turner when he was a freshman in high school. A little small guy, but supposedly quicker in the hiccup.
If he plays that well, then we'll see him a lot more.
I think over the next few years there's a bright future for that young man.
Here's Peyton Wall waiting to inbound for Alcoa. And now we've got a discussion in front of the Tornadoes bench, which ends with
a lot of discussions this morning.
Yeah.
Everybody's friendly today.
Ball coming in the corner. Kenny Dean, top of the key to Tate, starts to drive, kicks it back out to Dando. He'll go outside to Dean for three. That is good. Kenny Dean will tie this ball game up at 10 points apiece.
Dean has a really nice jump shot from outside, too. You notice they always put Peyton Wall in the corners so he can get that corner shot off.
There's a long lead pass going to be taken by the Mitchell's Nathan Cole. He just broke out on a long fly pattern, and they hit him with the perfect pass. The layup was good, and he'll get a free throw.
And that's going to happen a lot, and this isn't something that Mitchell hasn't seen before. It happens a lot in Memphis, and they've played Liberty in the past, too, who presses just exactly like Alcoa.
So here is Nathan Cole at the free throw line. Chance for a three-point play. 12-10 Tigers. Shot no good. And the rebound to Alcoa. Peyton Wall in backcourt gives the ball to Tate. He'll bring it down. Mitchell a 2-point lead. Tate shovels it off to Dando, and now back to Dean as they weave out front. We're approaching the 1 minute mark. Time left here in the first quarter. Ball inside. Tate posting up, now gets it out to Dean. His shot off the back of the rim, no good, and the rebound to Nathan Cole. And we've got a travel. Ball will go back to Alcoa. Mitchell leading 12-10. We have just 55 seconds left in the first quarter.
And on the folks can see the game at home, they're eyeball to eyeball with Mitchell on this press, denying.
This is Blackwell to inbound, and they had to take a timeout. Couldn't find anybody open. Is this a 30? If it is, we'll keep it here, I think.
Okay. It is a 30-second timeout, Dick, and the TSSAA would like to thank Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, the Governor's Highway Safety Office, Tennessee Dairy Farmers, Rawlings, Baptist Sports Medicine, Huff and Puff Trucking, and Action Picks TN for their support of the TSSAA Championships. And I always like to tell folks the TSSAA definitely wants to thank Rawlings for their support of these championships, because it is the official game ball that we're playing. It's a good shooting ball, too.
It will be Mitchell's ball. They'll inbound that Rawlings basketball under their own, well, not under their own basket, under the basket on the far end. They may throw long again, but instead they'll take it into Cole. Back to Phillips, who'll bring it across. Ramsey's back in for Alcoa guarding Phillips. Out front, Robinson. Cole. Going to feed it down low. Turnaround hook in the lane is good for Jalen Blackwell.
Well, that jump hook that they use now instead of the old-fashioned sweeping hook, every team's got at least one kid that can shoot that now.
14-10. Ramsey has the ball knocked free by Phillips. Gets it back in the backcourt. Gets double-teamed. I think Cole may have put too much pressure on him and fouled him.
Just a little over-aggressive at that time. Anytime that Mitchell can get somebody to reverse pivot, they're going to run and jump them or run and trap them.
Foul on Nathan Cole is his first. And again, Alcoa plays it in. 20 seconds in the quarter. Ramsey quickly in the front court. Almost lost that dribble. Double team, gets it out front. Cole intercepts. He's got plenty of time as he drives length to the floor, and it's blocked by Kenny Dean.
Kenny Dean just saved a basket then.
That was a good defensive play by Dean, who blocked the shot without fouling. It'll go back to the Tigers. Jeremiah Martin, who is in the game for Mitchell, will inbound. And loops it out front to Robinson. Robinson to Blackwell. Traveled. Mitchell just lost a good scoring opportunity toward the end of the quarter.
Really did. The young man was trying to make a move in that pivot foot and just get a little slight shuffle, but good officiating.
All going to come in to Ramsey. Will they get a shot away? He gets one away from the center line that comes up off the mark, and we've completed 1 quarter of play here at the Blue Cross Championships. It is Mitchell 14, Alcoa 10, and you are listening to Blue Cross Championship Basketball on the TSSAA Network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
Go to the second quarter. Mitchell leading Alcoa 14-10. Mitchell's Tigers 6 of 16, 38% in the first quarter. The Alcoa Tornadoes only 3 out of 11 for 28%. Mitchell with the basketball. They work it inside to Robinson, who travels, and the ball will go back over to Alcoa. That is the 5th turnover for Mitchell in the game. Alcoa's turned it over 4 times.
Yeah, the Mitchell kids trying to make that little extra move. They've had 2 walks in a row now, Dick.
Ramsey gets it across to Dean, out to Colby Tate. Driving through was Dando, and he was fouled. That's going to be on Blackwell. Jalen Blackwell picks up his first foul. Dando to the free throw line, shooting 2. Dando scored the first 7 points of the game for Alcoa, and that's his first point since then. 14-11, Mitchell. Crowd slowly coming in here at the Murphy Center. Second shot good. Dando knocks down 2 at the line. 14-12. Here's a steal. And a jumper right side missed by Matt Schoen, and the rebound taken by Mitchell. This is Phillips driving all the way through. Gets the ball in the corner for a 3. That is no good. Shot missed there by Jeremiah Martin. Alcoa. And there's a steal by Phillips. He's going to come in with an open layup and blocked by Colby Tate.
Well, that's 2 baskets.
By Peyton Wall, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Peyton Wall. That's 2 baskets that's been saved by Alcoa on blocked shots. Tell you what, Mitchell has quick hands, and Dick, I like the way that young man plays. And remember, he's just a freshman.
Yeah, he had 6'2" Peyton Wall come in behind him and block the shot. He wasn't expecting that. Ball out front to Phillips. 14-12. Mitchell with the basketball and leading in this opening round of the state tournament. Second quarter. They lob it inside, but it's intercepted by Kenny Dean, and somebody was on the wrong page of the playbook there.
Yes, they were.
There's a loose ball. Dean recovers it and gets it to Malik Love with a runner that's no good. Other end, shot missed by Cole, taken off by Kenny Dean. Back to Dando. And he loses the dribble, picked up by Robinson.
Dick, that's the speed Mitchell wants to play at, but they're not hitting their layups or either getting their attempts blocked.
Ball coming into Phillips. Phillips pushed out there by Malik Love, who will pick up his first foul.
And again, the hand came into play, and gaining an advantage is a key term. And state tournament now, sometimes they'll let them play, but one of the points of emphasis when they have that official meeting is hand checking, post play, cleaning it up, and things like that.
Now we're going to have a little bit of a discussion with the officials. Got a player waiting to check in for Mitchell. That's Aquarius Stevens, a starter. Like he's got a little limp as he comes in the floor.
Yeah, a little different gait than when he came in the last time.
Well, now they're not going to let him come in. Now he's going to come in. What was all this?
Well, he hadn't officially checked in.
Oh.
It's strictly by the book now. It's not like sometimes, you know how things go in games during the regular season.
All right, here's the ball inbounded. It will go to Blackwell and out to Phillips. Mitchell leading 14-12. Phillips out near the center line, guarded by Love, and that's a 5-second violation. And that's another turnover. Whoever is keeping turnovers on this game is going to be busy. Might have to have an extra pencil waiting.
I just wonder if Nelson's not going to have to check the record books a little bit. You know, Dick, last week, and again, one of the points of emphasis has been this 5-second call this year. We had more girls with those 5-second calls last week than I've ever seen in the history of the tournament.
Had a bunch, sure did. For Alcoa, it will be Kenny Dean to inbound to Ramsey. Ramsey guarded by Phillips, works it across the line. Phillips steals the ball. He's got another breakaway layup and misses, but is fouled by Ramsey.
And that time he turned his body to try to protect it to keep from getting blocked. And when you're a freshman, you're going to do things like that.
My goodness, he is quick, though, isn't he?
He is. And like I said, he looks just like I saw Andre Turner when he was a freshman. And this young man is quick like he was. And under Coach Turner's tutelage as an assistant coach and Coach Phillips as the head coach, this young man will have a bright future.
Kylan Phillips at the line. Free throw number 1 missed. He'll get one more. Love coming back in for Alcoa, and Ramsey is out. Ramsey, who is a senior, not too happy about getting his pocket picked twice by the freshman.
Well,
Phillips.
You know you get teased after the game, win or lose, about stuff like that.
Free throw good. Make it 15-12. Here's Love in backcourt. And pressured back there, lost the dribble, recovered it. Now gets it across the line, leaves it out with Peyton Wall. Inside Schoen, off the glass, he'll score.
And he was trying to draw the foul, and the Mitchell player wisely gave way a little bit.
15-14, Alcoa pressing, ball coming over this way. Want to be sure and save the equipment.
Yes. Well, you got good hands now, and for the folks that don't know, Dick used to be a basketball coach many moons ago.
That's why I'm doing this now.
Well, look, I did too, and look what I'm doing too.
Well, that's why we're here, huh?
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Here's Phillips working out front. Bounces over on the right wing. Nathan Cole, pull-up jump shot, and hit it.
A very nice jumper from about 17 or 18 feet then.
17-14. Mitchell, 3-point lead. Love works it across the line. Almost carried the ball. Shovels it off. Number 12, Nico White in the game now for Alcoa. Dean driving through, shot misses, and an offensive foul. Going to be charged to Kenny Dean.
And you could see that coming then as Jalen Blackwell got over and set up. The only thing Jalen did wrong is he started to fall just a hair early, Dick.
Joe, both of these teams using a lot of players. Alcoa's used 9. Mitchell has used 8.
When you play pressure defense, you've got to use a lot of players.
Here's Cole. Cole puts it in play to Bacha Bond, who's back in. Now out to Phillips. Phillips guarded by Malik Love out near the center line and works it on a high post to Bond. He'll take it on the left side to Aquarius Stevens. Back to Bond and over to Phillips. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half, and Mitchell leading by 3. Top of the key, Bond tried to lob it under to Cole. It's intercepted. Peyton Wall picked it up.
They did a good job of help defense then.
Over to White. And back to Malik Love. Love hands the ball to White. White's in a dangerous spot. Now gets it back in the middle to Love. Out to Peyton Wall. Tried to go inside of the post player. And he is bumped and fouled.
Got a bump, and Dick, I think he had his right hand wrapped around him too when he came across, showing the left hand, and Good job by the officials to pick that up.
Boccia Vaughn just picked up his 3rd foul. And Matt Schoen at the line for the free throw. Number 1 is good.
Dick, the Mitchell Tigers have picked up their intensity. They were playing more of a packed version of man-to-man where 4 people just played inside the arc and one with hard pressure. They've come out and gone after Alcoa.
Schoen with his 2nd free throw. Vaughn just left with his 3rd foul. Free throw good. Hit them both. 17-16. Alcoa pressing. There's the ball intercepted by Peyton Wall. Gets it back out to Love. Alcoa now with a chance to take the lead if they can score. They trail by 1. Nico White. Back to Love. Back in the middle to White. White shovels it off to Dean. Dean breaks top of the key. Try to spin move. It's deflected. Stevens picked it up. Cole. Stevens. Shot good.
Nice unselfish pass, too.
Stevens with his 2nd basket. 19-16 Mitchell. Here's Love in front court. Shovels the ball off to White. Back to Love. Open on the side. He traveled. Got kind of a high bounce and carried it without dribbling.
Yeah, he really did. And he had an open lane because that time the Mitchell rotation was a little slow on the man-to-man.
McNeil back in at point guard for Mitchell, and Phillips is out.
Alcoa change press. They've had pressure on the inbound pass, and they take Sean off now to guard the goal.
Blackwell inbounds to McNeil, who will bring it down. Coming down the far side. And back on the big M out in the middle of the floor. MT. Middle Tennessee. Ball out on top. Robinson. And back out. Stevens drives the lane. Shot won't go, but he's fouled. Aquarius Stevenson will go to the free throw line. Just under 3 minutes left in the half. Foul on 33. Dando picks up his 1st foul. Had a big NIT game in this building last night, Joe. The building crew here did a great job getting the building cleaned up from the NIT game and ready for play today.
Well, you'd never known anybody had played in it last night. They did a wonderful job, and 1 free throw hit, and Aquarius Stevenson trying to make this the age of Aquarius here.
And couldn't do it that time. Sean got the rebound. 20-16, Mitchell in the lead. Love and back, got the high dribble again, and then lost the ball. McNeil has it. They've got a 3-on-1. McNeil shovels it off, and a layup for Stevens.
And I think Alcoa is going to take a timeout, Dick. They're going to take a full timeout.
22-16 the score. Mitchell leading by 6. And we'll take this break from the Blue Cross Championships on the TSSAA Network. Alcoa has the ball in backcourt. They trail 22-16. This 6-point lead, the largest lead of the game for either team. Kenny Dean across the line for the Tornadoes. Shovels it back to Tate. Trey Tate puts it on the floor, gives it back to Dando. And back to Tate on the right side. And we've got a foul away from the ball on Schoen, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a battle down there. I meant to point that out earlier. And fans watching over the internet, watch the post. It doesn't matter who's guarding for Mitchell. Schoen and whoever's guarding for Mitchell in post have really got after it.
Schoen picked up the foul. Mitchell with the basketball. Blackwell looking in against that press. Gets it into Stevenson. And back it comes to McNeil. McNeil hesitates before he brings it across the line. Wanting to see what the alignment was. Cole underneath. Shot off the glass and good. And that's well-executed play to Jalen Blackwell.
Well, that's called an Allen Iverson cut. They got it from the NBA. The wing player comes across with a 1-4 high, and the other one goes baseline.
24-16. Out front with the ball, Dando. Shovels it back to Tate. Alcoa finding themselves 8 points down now. Tate started in the lane, and we've got a foul. I believe it's on McNeil. That's his second foul. Over the limit is Mitchell, so a 1-and-1 for Trey Tate. 5'9" senior guard, missed it. Schoen got the rebound, followed, no good, out of bounds. Going to go to Alcoa under their basket. Minute and a half to play here in the first half. And Mitchell leading by 8.
And you've got to adjust as a player to the call of the hard handshakes.
Ball coming in, intercepted and stolen by Mitchell. Long pass to Nathan Cole. He'll go to the hoop with it and score.
Nathan Cole scores. They got him on the long pass, but they've been trying to post him up and hadn't been able to deliver the ball to him. This, Dick, I believe this biggest lead at 10 points.
You're right. First double-digit lead, 26-16 Mitchell. Tate starts left, drives the lane. A lot of hands on the basketball there. It's out of bounds. And we'll go to Alcoa under their goal. Peyton Wall to inbound. Lobs into Schoen, right in front, missed the shot. Mitchell rebounds. That's Stevenson with a rebound. Over to McNeil. Mitchell with a 10-point lead. McNeil comes left. Lost the dribble inside, stolen by Kenny Dean, and his shot blocked away from behind. Who was that? Was that Robinson?
That was Nate Cole streaking down through there, and he returns the favor for an earlier block shot of his.
For Mitchell, Kylan Phillips back in, and McNeil is out. Alcoa ball under their basket. Ball coming in the corner to Schoen. Out front, Tate. Tate guarded by Phillips. Dando going to drive, shoot, and score. And it's going to be a charge on Dando.
And that's the second charge that Jalen Blackwell has taken off of an Alcoa Tornado player.
26-16. 36 seconds to play in the first half. Alcoa going to bring in Nico White again, sophomore, for Dando.
Dick, if Alcoa gets a trap off this, it'll be a one-and-done trap, and then they'll retreat and try to play good half-court defense.
They're going to throw over the defense, get it down to Stevenson. A long jumper, no good. Rebound taken by Peyton Wall. Ball coming away to Tate. As we're counting down the seconds here in the second quarter, Tate, a pull-up jumper in the lane, will score.
He beat his man and jump-stopped and shot over the help defender.
26-18. There's the ball stolen by Alcoa. Tate got it back, missed it, and the rebound taken off by Stevenson. Long pass down to Phillips. Phillips, a three, short. Cole, the rebound, missed, and Alcoa pulls it down as the horn sounds ending the first half. It is halftime here at the Murphy Center with the score. Mitchell High School 26, Alcoa 18. The Mitchell Tigers with an 8-point lead here at the break. And we'll be back with more as we'll break here ourselves for a couple of minutes and be back with more Blue Cross Championships on the TSSAA network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Hey, want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
Welcome back into the Blue Cross Basketball Championships first round action, or actually quarterfinal round action. First games of the tournament today, first of 6 games, and it's halftime with Mitchell High School of Memphis leading Alcoa 26-18. The second game coming up this morning following this game will be Liberty Magnet of Jackson against Howard of Chattanooga, and then we'll have at 1:30 Stone Memorial from Crossville, Tennessee against Livingston Academy. A couple of teams up on the Upper Cumberland will battle. And then at 3:15 this afternoon, Christ Presbyterian out of Nashville will take on Spring Hill High School from over in Murray County. And that will conclude our AA quarterfinals.
Yeah. Dick, what good action. There's not a bad game in that set.
And then we'll start AAA play at 5 o'clock this afternoon. It will be Cherokee High School out of Rogersville from East Tennessee against Clarksville High. Of course, they had both of their teams in the state tournament this year, their girls team last week. And then Ottawa from down near Chattanooga will take on Memphis Central, the original Memphis Central High School.
Check for the H on the uniform, stands for high school.
And they also had both teams, girls and boys, in the state tournament. So it's a good first day's schedule here at the Murphy Center, and we've got a good ball game going here with Alcoa trailing Mitchell 26-18 at halftime.
Alcoa has not been able, Dick, to run their offense like they want to. They've used the weave, but with the switching and jumping that Mitchell's done, it's kind of stopped it, and they haven't been able to get a primary break, and they've run their secondary break. That's one reason you wind up with an overload on one side and a guy in the low post with 4 out and 1 under, but have not scored a single point off of their secondary break so far.
Both of these coaches, Troy Jones at Alcoa, Faraji Phillips at Mitchell, have gone to their bench extensively in the first half. I expect they'll kind of sort out who they think's been playing good and not quite do so much subbing in the second half. Jones, of course, was on Bruce Pearl's staff at Tennessee, and Faraji Phillips, moving up to the high school ranks from Ridgeway Middle, has done a magnificent job turning the program around for Memphis Mitchell.
Oh, he's really done a good job. Both these coaches have. Of course, Tony Jones took over an old established program, but had a little slippage. And actually, the Mitchell program, they and Liberty hooked up Thaddeus Young used to play there, and they hooked up for a couple of championship games, and they've met in sub-states and things like that. But there's been a little slippage at both programs, and you got two fine young men running them now, and they're getting after each other. And you tell they play pressure defense. Alcoa's got 14 turnovers. Mitchell's got 12.
Yeah, been a lot of changes, possessions in the first half. Alcoa making their 19th state tournament appearance, first since 2006. Mitchell making its 7th appearance, first since 2008. Both of these teams have winning records in the state tournament, which speaks well for them.
And speaking of this Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee State Tournament, the TSSAA Championships are also brought to you by the Tennessee Governor's Highway Safety Office. Friends don't let friends drive drunk, and we'll have people from that office. I know Kim Van Adda will be here some, and Kendall may even make an appearance for us. And chocolate milk, the official drink of the TSSAA and healthy athletes across Tennessee. Thanks to our Tennessee dairy farmers for providing such a naturally nutritious way to fuel up our bodies. And my granddaughter had her milk this morning. She loves to hear me do the milk commercial.
Okay. We'll take a break, a couple of minutes here and for our local stations, and then we'll be back. Actually, I think this is a 1 minute break, Joe. Let's go 1 minute for our local stations. You're listening to the Blue Cross Championships on the TSSAA network.
It may not.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
Back at the Murphy Center as we're at halftime. Mitchell 26, Alcoa 18. And anything jump out other than the turnovers from that stat sheet?
Well, Dick, it looks like Alcoa at 5 for 18, 27.8%, is having to take a lot of contested jump shots is the one that jumps out at me. Mitchell's field goal percentage of 44% is okay. Mitchell has not hit a three-point shot. Rebounding, Mitchell has an edge, and we've seen that. They had and part of that edge comes from their offensive rebounding. Now, Mitchell has not been able to post up Nate Cole like they wanted to, and to be perfectly honest with you, there has not been enough inside action to Sean, even though I believe he's got 2 fouls now. He's not touched the ball enough, and if big men don't get their touches, your offense sometimes doesn't run right.
Well, that's true, and for those who might have joined us late, the game started a little bit unusual fashion. In fact, we got the tournament off with a little bit of an unusual situation with a technical foul called on the Mitchell team. You might explain what they did.
Well, anytime you come out, you're supposed to come out in one single line, whether anybody's on the floor or off the floor. You come down and you go down half court, and you can't make the split. Plus, you can't go around where the other team would be warming up. Well, in the case of Mitchell, they not only made the split at the end, they went all the way around and surrounded where Alcoa would be warming up, and that's an automatic technical foul. That's the National Federation rule, not a TSSAA rule. So TSSAA is a member of the National Federation.
So that's even in the regular season.
It's everywhere, all season. You can't do that anywhere. And these officials are out on the floor. Sometimes, let's be honest, in the regular season, officials not looking at accept. That's the reason these people are here. They're the best.
Right.
These are the best in Tennessee over the last 3 weeks at Division II and at Division I.
And the Alcoa team is back. Mitchell's still down in the locker room. I think Coach Phillips, even though his team is leading, is giving them a pretty good halftime chat, huh?
That's right. And if they don't get up here quick when they do come out, they'll have to immediately start with the people that were on the floor at the end of the first half.
So there's the halftime stats. You see the team stats on your screen with Alcoa 5 out of 18 and Mitchell 11 of 25. That's a good 44%.
They've had a lot of layups in there.
They have. Free throws just about even. Rebounds, Mitchell leading 18 to 12 in that department, and Joe has already mentioned the turnovers for both teams. All right, here come the Tigers. And as Joe said, they will start the second half with the same 5 who were on the floor at the end of the first half. And if that's not right, then I guess we'll have a stoppage of play, Joe.
Well, and sometimes that's one of the harder things to catch because you really don't have any place in your scorebook to mark who the last 5. And it's a rule that's rarely enforced.
Alcoa gets the basketball. Ball into Hunter Ramsey, back in at point guard. Works it out front. Now over on the right side to Tate. Tate guarded over there by Blackwell. Back to Gabe Dando and back to Tate. Lob pass into Schoen on the post. He'll spin with a jumper. Missed it. Battle for the rebound. Picked off by Blackwell for Mitchell. Alcoa started the second half right away by going into the post, Joe, and something they didn't do much of in the first half.
You're right, and they've got to give those post touches.
With the ball in the circle, that's Blackwell with a jumper missing, and the rebound taken by Kenny Dean for Alcoa. Down to Tate, out of the corner, shot no good by Dando. Missed a 3, another putback is missed, and the rebound to the Tigers. Galen Robinson over to McNeil. He'll get the ball back to Stevenson, who traveled.
And, Dick, I've scouted Memphis teams before, coached for years. And sometimes in Memphis you get that step, not by every official, but and like I said, players have to adjust to the officiating.
I think you get it sometimes at the FedEx Forum.
Oh, definitely. You get the Jordan step there.
With the ball out front, Tate in the corner gets it back. He'll fire up a 3 off the rim. Loose ball picked up by Mitchell's Jalen Blackwell. Blackwell works it down to Stevenson and back out to McNeil. Mitchell goes into their half-court offense, and Alcoa man-to-man defensively. Out front with the basketball, Stevenson has it on the floor. Looked for a shot, couldn't find one. Back over to McNeil. Third quarter just underway. Mitchell leading 26-18. Neither team has scored here in the second half. Ball out front to Blackwell. Lobbed it into the lane, and the ball deflected by Tate. I believe got a hand on it. He'll bring it in the front court for Alcoa. Tate, quick move down to the baseline. Feed it over to Schoen. His jump shot no good. Rebound taken by Dando. He misses. And finally cleared away for the Tigers by Aquarius Stevenson.
4 straight shots missed by Alcoa within 5 feet of the bucket.
Neither team has been able to get anything to fall here in the second half. McNeil works around to pick out front, almost lost the dribble. Has trouble controlling the ball, finally puts it up and fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Check call is on Alcoa's Trey Tate. That's his third foul. Here's McNeil at the line looking for his first points of the game. Junior point guard. Foul shot is up and good. 27-18.
And looks like Martin has checked back in for Mitchell.
Freshman. Martin, a freshman, and Kalen Phillips, who played a lot in the first half, a freshman. Second shot good by McNeil. 28-18. Mitchell had a 10-point lead in the first half. They've got one now in the second half, and we've got a foul out front. And that's McNeil. Will pick up his third foul. Back in, Kalen Phillips, a 5'6" freshman.
And Mitchell got some good minutes out of Phillips in that first half.
Dando will inbound. In the corner, Nico White back to Dando. Penetrates to the foul line, spins, a little finger roll shot missed, and he'll go to the line. Robinson picks up the foul, and going to the line, Gabe Dando, a 6'2 senior for the Alcoa Tornado, and the free throw is good.
He's now 5 for 6 from the free throw line.
Gets one more. 28-19. Nathan Cole back in for the Mitchell Tigers. Dando hit them both. Good free throw shooter. 28-20. Well, now there's a pass that hit the reverse side of the backboard.
Well, it was because of one Matt Schoen with good pressure. He was guarding the inbounder, and the inbounder cannot run the baseline. Yes, again, on this one. He couldn't on that one. First one, he could have run the baseline. This one, he can't. Now, if the official told him he could, they may. And this is a correctable error. The first one, after a free throw, you can run the baseline. Second one, you can't. And if he told him, I think it is a correctable error.
Now he's going to explain something to Coach Jones at Alcoa.
Yeah, that he made the mistake. I told him he could run the baseline.
So now the long pass comes in to Vaughn, and the Tigers working in the front court. This is Phillips. 28-20. Mitchell in the lead with the basketball. Phillips dumps over. Not a bad pass, but Blackwell wasn't expecting it. Back to Phillips. Blackwell screens for him, tried to give it to him on a pick and roll, and Schoen with the interception. The foul is going to be on Mitchell's number 3, Martin.
And that time Martin didn't get there quick enough to establish his position. And I'm going to tell you what, for a big man, Schoen looked like a runaway locomotive. Little Phillips underestimated the arm span of Schoen, and Schoen stole that pass, with no trouble.
He'll go to the free throw line for 2. 2 for 2 in the first half. This one no good. Gets some encouragement from his teammates.
Well, he's missed 3 inside shots in that one, and he's a much better shooter. I've seen tape on this young man, and he's just got to regroup and try to hit this one.
His team down by 8, and he missed them both. Rebounded by Blackwell. Over to Phillips, bringing it down the far side, right in front of the scorer's table, comes across the line. Ramsey, who's back in, guarding him. Ball coming off to Blackwell. He walked, did a little
hop
jump step there.
And, think about how much TV's influenced these kids. They see that, and they come away. We're playing real basketball here, not NBA basketball. and don't get me wrong, I like NBA basketball, but I don't like the steps and stuff.
Ramsey coming right. Shovels it off to White. Long pass in the corner. Kenny Dean works it out. Dando back to White. His 3 no good. Rebound slapped out front. Going to be taken by Phillips. 3-on-3. Down in the lane. Cole spin move. Missed the shot. Rebounded back up by Vaughn, and he'll score.
And there's that offensive rebound I was telling you about. 9 offensive rebounds.
10-point lead is back for the Mitchell Tigers at 30-20, and we've got a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here as you take a look. If you're watching on our video of the Mitchell Tigers huddle, and Coach Taraji Phillips instructing his players.
And doing a good job of that. Mitchell now has 14 points off of turnovers, Dick, and bench points. This is going to surprise you as much substituting. No bench points, according to the official stats of the TSSAA.
Now, I've got Mitchell with 9.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about.
9 bench points, and I've got Alcoa with 0.
That's what I have. And there now it's a change coming over my screen. My screen must be behind your screen a little bit. Because I was going to say, I know Mitchell scored some bench points.
This is Ramsey to bring it down for the Tornado. It's 30-20. Mitchell leading. Ball comes back out front to Ramsey. They in the zone? Yeah, Mitchell's in the zone now.
First time in the contest.
Spinning Dean gets it back to Dando, and his 3 is no good. And the ball, White tried to save it, couldn't quite do it.
And Dando's there, they being Alcoa's main three-point guy with 53 pointers this year.
He has one, hit that one very early in the game. First attempt. Ball coming in. Taken over the shoulder by Blackwell. Moves it into front court. Over to Martin. And we've got the ball off Martin out of bounds. So another turnover. And Alcoa will have it in backcourt, trailing by 10 at 30-20. Ramsey to bring it down. Ramsey across the line. Hands the ball off to Dean. There's that weave again. Oh, that's an extra step for Kenny Dean, and the ball will go back to Mitchell on the trap.
Kind of took that walk in the boardwalk, and their weave is always a three-man weave, and there'll be one man in the corner set up to shoot a three.
So they're trying to either set up a mid-range jumper, or if that's not available, shoot the three. There's Mitchell saving the ball, and it goes over to Phillips. Phillips working outside. Really a savvy youngster and a good ball handler for a freshman, but not quite that savvy. He took too long to get it to a teammate. It's a 5-second violation. I think that's his dad on the bench who's kind of instructing him in the fine rules of the game.
Well, it becomes later an art, but you got to know in your head what the count is.
Ramsey driving, dumped it off. Sean wasn't looking for it. Recovers it. Gets it under to Dean, and he is fouled by Vaughn, and that's going to be 4 on Vaughn.
Vaughn, a senior, and picking up 4 fouls, and a vital cog to this team.
At the line, Kenny Dean shooting 2 and missed the first one. Now Aquarius Stevenson will check back in, and Vaughn with 4 fouls will move over to the bench.
And
2:55.
Actually, Dean, that one finally rolled around and fell through.
Did it really?
It did.
And this one, no question.
That's one of those United States steel shots too, but he got the dividend on it.
30-22. Here comes players heading right for us. Out of bounds. It's going to be off Phillips. So Alcoa will have the ball.
And that's one of those where little Phillips will learn about the stop-and-go move or a hesitation move.
Ball coming into Peyton Wall for Alcoa. Dean back to White for 3. That rims out. And taken down by Stevenson. Over to Phillips. Phillips across the line. Drives left. And was going to kick it out. But we've got a foul on Alcoa.
And I can read Coach Phillips' lips. He said, move your feet, move your feet.
Foul on number 12, Nico White, is his first. Ball into Stevenson. Nathan Cole works it into the middle and fouled as Black will try to get a shot in close. He will go to the free throw line. It'll be 2 shots. Foul on number 10, Kenny Dean. It's his second.
Strong post up then by Jalen Blackwell, and the help defense was a little late getting there.
Blackwell, a 6'3" senior at the line. Good shot as you see the ball just ripple the nets. Point number 7 for Blackwell. Trying to give his team a 10-point lead once again. And he does. Blackwell with 8 points, and Mitchell leading 32-22. Ramsey in back court. They double him up and didn't get there quite in time. A blocking foul. And that will be on
Offensive foul against Alcoa is number 3
on Ramsey.
14 foul.
His 3rd foul. They called it offensive foul instead of a
that's 3rd charge
foul
that Jalen Blackwell has taken from an Alcoa player.
Phillips outside. Bounces right wing to Martin. Out in the middle it comes to Blackwell and back to Phillips. Phillips to Stevenson for a straightaway three that's no good. Cole tried to go back up, and Kenny Dean had his arm pinned to his side.
That kind of looked like a man reaching into the cookie jar, and he grabbed the arm instead of the cookie then.
So Dean picks up his third foul. It'll go out of bounds to Mitchell. Martin looking, lobs it into Cole, and he travels. He was trying to turn and find an open teammate. Took an extra step.
And when he landed, he kind of slid that pivot foot a little bit. And this is really, Alcoa needs to make a move in the next minute and a half. They'd really love it to be under 10 going into that fourth quarter.
32-22 Mitchell. Ramsey kicks it in the corner. Tate has the ball knocked free by Martin. Tries to lob down court to Phillips. Phillips tried to shoot it inside. And now it's recovered by Mitchell, and Martin will get the layup. Well, that was a unplanned sequence that paid off in points for Mitchell, and they lead now by 12.
It all started with a good hustle pressure, and they've extended their man-to-man out to about 40 feet.
34-22. Here's another steal. Cole gets it back for a layup and scores.
And the biggest lead of the game, and I think Coach Tony Jones is going to take a timeout.
And if this is a 30, it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take this break for our local stations. You're listening to the Blue Cross Championships on the TSSAA Network. Getting back to action late in the third quarter. Mitchell has established their largest lead at 14 points, 36-22. Ramsey in front court for Alcoa. Hands the ball off to Tate. Tate backs it up on the dribble. Guarded out there by Cole. Are they holding for the last shot?
No, they're trying to get a hole in the defense, and it's so far it has not worked. Mitchell switches every cross.
Ball in the corner. Ramsey gets it back to Tate. Tate brings it out front, penetrates, shoots a runner there and misses. Got his own rebound. Fakes inside, draws the foul from Blackwell. Be the second personal on Jalen Blackwell.
I think one of the problems for Alcoa is they've shot 19% through three quarters. And a lot of close-in shots are just banging off the rim and not going down, and they've not had enough offensive rebounds to take up for that.
Got to be frustrating, not only for the players, but for the coach.
It is. It works on your intensity.
And can't even get a free throw to drop.
And this is normally a very good free throw shooter.
Trey Tate, a 5'9" senior. We'll get another one. And that one is good. 36-23, Mitchell. Ball coming in play to Stevenson. Cole and up to Martin. Back to Phillips. Final seconds of the third quarter. Phillips outside, comes on the dribble to the free throw line as the ball stolen. This is Dando driving for a layup, and he'll score.
And protected the ball well with his body then, Dick.
36-25. Long pass intercepted by Ramsey at the horn. And that'll be your score at the end of 3. Mitchell 36, Alcoa 25. Back with the final quarter from the Blue Cross Championships. You're on the TSSAA Network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
Go to the fourth quarter with Mitchell leading 36-25, and they'll get the basketball to get this final 8 minutes underway. The ball coming in to Kalen Phillips. Phillips and Ramsey matching up out front. Phillips needs to get rid of it. Finally gets it over to Blackwell. Back to Phillips. Starts right, bounces over on the wing to Stevenson. In the corner, Martin hooks the ball into Blackwell, turns with a little jump shot and banked it in.
Good post up he had Sean Penn then.
38-25 Mitchell. Alcoa just 6 out of 29 for 21%. Here's Ramsey. Mitchell shooting 15 of 33 for 46%.
Big difference on points off turnovers, 18-8 in favor of Mitchell.
Ball in the corner. That's a 3 by Ramsey, and it's good. First points of the game for Hunter Ramsey, and that will make it a 10-point game again. 38-20. They throw ahead to Martin and saves it from going out of bounds. Couldn't get a shot. Breaks down the baseline, puts it up there, and hey, that's a pretty good move for that freshman. He'll go to the line.
Pretty good move. One of the cardinal rules of basketball violated. Don't give up the baseline.
Tate with his 4th foul. And Jeremiah Martin, a 5'9 freshman at the line, shooting 2. Shot no good. He'll get one more. Back in for Alcoa is Kenny Dean. He'll replace Tate. Our fourth quarter just underway. Memphis Mitchell leading by 10. Second shot good by Martin. Makes 1 out of 2. 39-28. Mitchell now with a little soft press in back court. And they get it across to Schoen in the corner. Dean back to Schoen. Basket goes. It's not going to count. And we've got a foul on Matt Schoen, his second. There was a lot about that didn't look exactly right.
Yeah, Coach Tony Jones agrees with you, foul Alcoa. First of all, Schoen wasn't ready for the basketball team.
No.
And then the foul, like I said, his first time. And Tony, very quiet guy. He did show a little emotion but didn't say anything.
Mitchell's ball. Get it in play to Stevenson, doubled up in back court. Over it comes to Phillips. Phillips working outside. Started out there by, it's another 5-second call.
That's the third one, I believe, just on this one young man, Colin Phillips.
That's going to bring McNeil back into the game. And Phillips is out. He got the coach's seat. Coach just grabbed him by the back of the jersey and moved him down down the line on the bench. I don't know if you got to look at that on TV or not. We got a 30-second timeout taken by Alcoa. And I think that's father and son over there, Joe.
Yes. And there'll be a further discussion of this after the contest, too.
11-point lead for Mitchell. And as you see, the Alcoa Tornado huddling with their coach Troy Jones over on the sideline. They just have not shot the basketball well at all today. Right now it's 24% on 7 out of 30.
Yep. And that's not good. You got to shoot. You want to shoot in the 40s or 50. Dick, here's the thing for Alcoa. They've got to win 2.5 possessions for every one that Mitchell has the rest of the way to win this contest.
Only 6 minutes left. Schoen feeds inside, and the shot missed by Dean. Rebound taken by Stevenson. Long pass ahead to Cole. Pitches it back to Blackwell and missed the shot. It's a great sequence, but they didn't get the basket. Dando with a pull-up 14-footer that's missed. Rebound Stevenson. He'll break the other way. Stevenson works the ball back to McNeil. McNeil has the ball stolen. Kenny Dean will get a driving layup and fouled as he went for the goal.
And Dean took a hard spill, but lots of good padding here on the goals at Murphy Center. And this is going to be an intentional foul, Dick.
They call it on McNeil. That'll be his fourth. And going to the line, Kenny Dean will shoot 2. And then Alcoa will get the ball.
They will get.
Missed the first one.
And this is not one of those situations where the rest of the contest Alcoa can afford to go 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
Or 0 for 2.
0 for 2. That's even worse.
So both free throws missed by Dean, but the Tornadoes will get it out of bounds under their basket. 39-28. Mitchell is leading. The game was tied at 10 in the first quarter. Mitchell took the lead, and they've led ever since. Now we've got a foul. And this one is on Mitchell's Jeremiah Martin, his second. Now it's Kenny Dean back up there, and this time he'll have a 1-and-1. Shot good. He'll get the bonus.
And that one touched nothing but net then. Dean looks like he's got a very good stroke. Stays in there. He might have been leaning back a little bit on that last set of free throws.
He's a junior. Hit them both. 39-30. Mitchell's lead 9 as they have the ball. Phillips to bring it down. He came back in when McNeil picked up his 4th foul. Penetrates all the way with a runner and scores.
And that's an art. Not everybody can shoot that running shot like that.
41-30. Ramsey. Feeds underneath Schoen. Had trouble controlling it. Back to Ramsey in the corner. Back to Schoen. He'll go to the hoop and miss. Rebounded up by Kenny Dean, and he'll score.
Dean has picked up his game in the last couple of minutes.
Cole, long pass. Here comes Stevenson in from the weak side, and he'll lay it up and in.
Right now, Mitchell just throwing over the Alcoa press.
43-32. Dando out on the right side. Inside Peyton Wall misses. Out of bounds. It will go to the Tigers of Memphis Mitchell. Vaughn back in. He's got 4 fouls. He'll come in for Stevenson. Mitchell inbounding. They're going to throw long again to Vaughn. Vaughn coming back out front to Martin. And Martin puts it on the floor, works around a screen. Shovels it back to Cole. Back to Phillips. 43-32. Mitchell by 11 with the basketball. Coming right, coming back left, carried the ball.
Got that one on his hip and couldn't roll it off of there. And that happens sometimes with the reverse pivot move or going behind the back.
Liberty Magnet of Jackson will take on Chattanooga Howard in our second game. Howard, they've been here a lot, haven't they?
They've been here a lot, and I think Liberty, the last 3 times they've been here, has played Howard in one of the rounds.
There's the ball fed under the basket by Ramsey, knocked out of bounds by the Mitchell defense.
A lot of familiarity out of these teams here at the state tournament this year, Dick.
Kenny Dean will inbound it for Alcoa. Lobs it into Schoen. Got it to Dando, and his shot blocked. And now out of bounds, lost it off the hands of Bacha Vaughn.
Vaughn anticipated that well and accelerated to knock the ball away from the intended receiver.
Alcoa with the basketball out front. This is Ramsey, top of the key, spinning in the circle. Over in the corner it goes. Kenny Dean tried to jump shoot, and the ball jammed back at him by Blackwell. Mitchell comes up with it. Martin dumps it off inside. Cole misses, but not Blackwell as he gets it on the putback.
Good transition by Mitchell, and Alcoa a little slow rotating back on that one.
45-32 Mitchell. Ramsey, that's a push on Martin as he tried to get the steal and picks up his 3rd foul. Ramsey to the line. He'll be in the 1-and-1, or is it a 2-shot foul now?
Still 1-and-1.
Ramsey's free throw missed. Blackwell got up high for the rebound. 45-32 Mitchell. They've got the ball. Phillips in backcourt. Works around a screen from Blackwell. Penetrates to the foul line. Kicks it down on the baseline. Blackwell can't get a shot. They'll kick it back out front. Approaching the 3-minute mark left here in the 4th quarter. Outside Martin. Shovels it back in. Oh, they got a man wide open. Blackwell. He'll lay it up and in.
Well, in that case, Dick, they helped, but nobody helped the helper.
47-32. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Mitchell Tigers. They're up by 15. It's always good to have your biggest lead in the last 3 minutes of the game. Huh?
It sure is.
Shot missed. 3-pointer Dando off the mark, and Mitchell the rebound. Foul in backcourt by Kenny Dean, and that's going to be 4 on him. We'll go to the other end, and Jeremiah Martin will have a 1-and-1 for the Memphis Mitchell Tigers.
And it looks like Alcoa's going to try to go with a little quicker lineup as they take Matt Shum out. And Alcoa 3 for 12 from the 3-point line for 25%.
Mitchell has not hit a 3-pointer in the game, but they've only attempted 4. Shot by Martin, good.
But when you get 20 points off turnovers to 10 for the other team, you don't have to shoot many threes, dude.
No. 48-32. And number 2 by Martin. Puts it up there and in. 49-32. Game beginning to get out of hand now as Mitchell with a 17-point lead. Alcoa in front court. Tate traveled, double dribbled actually. Got caught in between 2 defenders, tried to change hands and
trying to make something happen, got caught like that. And the bench points, Mitchell 18, Alcoa 0.
Interception by Alcoa. Vanderbilt Hambrick in the lineup now for the Tornadoes. He is a 5'10 senior. Over to Tate, 3-pointer no good. Rebound Vaughn for the Tigers. Off it comes to Martin. To Phillips. Driving through, and he's fouled. That's going to be on number 10, Alcoa Dean, who starts to take off his jersey. He is fouled out of the game. He knew it. He was starting to loosen that jersey up when they called the foul.
Yes, but that's all you want to do. You don't want to pull it up because they can also give you a technical there, too.
Dean fouls out with 9 points in the game. At the free throw line, Kylan Phillips. Free throw good, he'll get another. 50-32. You know, the game's never over because check the BYU game last night. They were down 25 just after halftime and came back and won.
And Western Kentucky from the Sun Belt.
Western Kentucky
big
down.
comeback, 16 points. They were down 16 in the fourth.
Long pass coming this way.
And there he is. Dick Palmer protecting the equipment. Fans, I hope you got a load of that.
I wanted to catch it, but I just deflected. Get a deflection.
That's right.
Mark me down with a deflection.
And you protected the ink pen, too.
I'm telling you, what I was protecting was myself.
Yes.
I've got an extra pair of glasses. I haven't been forced to use them yet. Ball coming in play to Phillips. Loose ball. Picked up by Blackwell and out of bounds will go to Alcoa. 1:35 left, 51-32. And the Tornadoes starting to clear their bench now.
Yeah, you're going to see a 2-2-1, and now they'll flex it a little bit, but they got two men back, they being Mitchell.
Ball coming inside. The shot is up and good. That is 32. Brendan Teeter, a 6'4 freshman, picks up the basket. Also, 24, Austin Morgan is in the game. 51-34. Foul out front on Nico White.
And Dick, you'll see Mitchell take as much time as they can off of it. And I think Alcoa has decided just to try to play foot-moving defense and only reach in when they can to steal something.
1:07 to play. This is a two-shot foul for Martin. It's number 1. And for Alcoa, number 4, Omar Watson, a senior, is in. One more shot. And hits that one. Jeremiah Martin hits 2 at the line. 53-34. Alcoa works in the front court. This is Ramsey. In the corner for 3. The shot missed by Watson, who just came in. And for Mitchell, number 25, Devontae Shipp, a 6'4 freshman, got the rebound. Phillips out front. We are now in the final minute. If we were playing over at the old Cox Memorial Gym, the clock would be in red right now. Ball coming over to Phillips. 53-34. Back in the middle to Vaughn and out front to Martin. Mitchell just playing keep away, and Alcoa not really pressing the issue right now as the final verdict has been decided. Martin just dribbling the time away out front near the center line. And the score you see on your screen and on the scoreboard here should be the final. Final score, Memphis Mitchell 53 and Alcoa 34. So the Mitchell Tigers win, and they will advance to the semifinals on Friday at 10 o'clock. They'll play the winner of Liberty Magnet and Howard in the AA semifinals as the two teams congratulate each other. We will take a break here, 2 minutes, and then be back to wrap things up for you. The Blue Cross Championship.
Sports Lighting, the official.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee public television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Hey, want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAA network.com/SBP.